Hey, welcome back guys. So today on this video, we're talking about Cash App, and more specifically, we're going to answer the question, are Cash App transactions private? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off, if you're not familiar with Cash App, it is one of the most popular peer-to-peer payment apps out there. So a lot of times folks will use this to split bills, like say if you're buying something with another friend or splitting a bill at a restaurant. And also sometimes people use this to send money back and forth. It's an easy way to send family and friends money if you're paying for something, or maybe you're using it as a birthday gift. But the question is, are these payments private? So let's go ahead and talk about this. I'm going to go ahead and open up the app. It's this green and white one right here. It's called Cash App. If you don't have the app already, be sure to check my video description. I'll try to leave my referral link there. So I'm going to go ahead and open it now. All right, I went ahead and opened up the app, and this is the home screen. So here on the home screen, you can request money from someone, you can pay someone, you can see your balance on Cash App, but we're not going to worry about that. What we're going to talk about are payment private when you send or receive money through Cash App. So how do you find that information? Well, it's pretty easy. What you want to do is click on your transaction history. It's right here on the bottom right. It's this kind of clock looking thing. That's going to pull up any payments you sent or received with Cash App. I'm going to go ahead and open it now. All right, so here we are on the activity screen, and here on this screen you can see all of the most recent payments that you've sent or received from someone, or even canceled payments. So the thing is with Cash App, it is nice because it's not like Venmo where the default setting is where your transactions are displayed to the world. In fact, the only ones that I'm aware of that see your transactions are going to be the person who sends the money, the person who receives the money, and then also Cash App. All the other folks that use Cash App cannot see if you sent money or received money through Cash App. So to answer the question, can the public see your Cash App transactions? The answer is no, at least not at the time of this recording. If this happens to change in the future, be sure to leave us a comment below. Now, what about the participants in the transaction? Can you see private information for who sent it, or what their name is, or what their bank account is? I'm going to say no. And how do you find that information? All you do is click into the transaction. So I'll click into this transaction right here. All right, so I went ahead and clicked into the transaction, and then this is the information that I received when this person requested money from me. So as you can see, it's not likely this is the person's real name. The name they put is Hood Rich. Now, while that might be a real name, I highly doubt it. It's probably just some sort of screen name or username that they had sent to me. Next, it's going to show their Cash App name. So this is their cashtag name. It's actually different than Hood Rich. It's some other numbers or letter combination together. So again, that is not identifiable to that person. Last thing down here is the transaction number for the $5 that they sent out. I don't really know what that number means, but if someone works at Cash App, then they would be able to pull up this transaction specifically. So again, same thing. The only people who can see this particular transaction and this much information is going to be the sender, the receiver, and Cash App specifically. Now, as far as personal information that I have on this person, Hood Rich, I don't know who they are, their real name. I don't know any of their banking information. It just doesn't come up. It is hidden. So that's nice as far as privacy goes. Also, when they sent me this request, the only thing that they know is the name that I put for my Cash App, and then also my cashtag name. They cannot see my bank account information. They don't know my bank number, and they don't know which bank that I bank with just by sending me a transaction. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is this person put their name as Hood Rich, not as their cashtag name, but as their name, which is obviously not their real name. But a lot of times I do see requests come through where someone uses their real name. So it might say something like Bill Johnson or Jane Thompson, something like that. If you choose to use your real name, then that person will see your name. If you have a generic name like Bill Thompson, who cares? But possibly you have a very specific name like Kobe Bryant, where there's not too many people with that same exact name, then that person can probably Google search you to figure out who you are. So if you do not want people to know who you are when you're sending or receiving Cash Apps, be sure to use an alias of some sort. You don't want to use your real name. So hopefully that answers the question, are Cash App transactions private? I would say most of the time they are, but of course you don't want to message anything that is illegal or you don't want other people to see, because you have access to that information, the other party has access to that information, and also Cash App keeps a log of that information with your particular details somewhere on their servers. But hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching.